Welcome to another episode of the Anomalous Black Women the podcast where we celebrate the voices, visions, and victories of those living life out loud unapologetically. Today's guest is extra special. She's not just brilliant, accomplished, and bold. She's my sister. I'm honored to sit with Dr. Tonya Johnson, author of the raw, real, and riveting memoir, The Long Con, a 12-year marriage built on lies. We're pulling back the curtain on what it means to heal, to write your truth, and to live beyond betrayal. Hey, Tonya Boo.
Hey, sister. How are you?
We can get started on with the questions. What's been going on?
Okay.
What's up?
Oh, well, I had a couple, we had a conference that we traveled to. I got a chance to spend a week with you. You got a chance to see your nieces and your nephew. So that was good because we normally see each other online. We don't get a chance to see each other, in person. So I really enjoyed that. Even though you said I got on your nerves.
You did. Absolutely.
We got stuff to do. We could not do like what we did to Jamaica. We took naps in Jamaica. So we can't do that again. There's been way too much time to take a nap. Girl, we was tired though. We
them naps. Honey, we needed them naps when we was in Jamaica.
Yes, but we was cute, but we was taking a nap.
Oh, we got our naps now. Don't play. We got the naps.
And then we had to find that driver the day before.
Yes.
We would have been in them streets. We would have been outside.
We definitely would have been outside if I knew he existed prior to that day. Child, please.
Yes.
So before we get into the book, tell folks, who is Dr. Tonya Johnson beyond the titles? What's your essence?
Family. I'm so about family and bringing families together, and a lot about womanhood, because before I was anything else, I was Black. My mother and father are Black, and then I was a woman. So those things are very, very important to me. Sisterhood and family. So anything I can do to kind of group those together is always my cup of tea. I know it may not seem like I'm a softie when it comes to family, I am. But people outside of family, moving forward, that's,
This memoir is so personal and powerful. Why was now the right time to tell this story?
Because I need to heal. I'm still mad. And I think one of the ways I work with veterans, and also that's my other cup of tea. We're trying to get them ready to reinvent themselves, and they have to be able to get through their story. So and a lot of them are healing. A lot of us are healing. You and I both are veterans. So I needed to be able to talk about it without being mad about it. So if I'm talking about it, I'm mad, but if I'm writing it, I can see it my way through it. I just felt like if I can get it together, even just for me, not to even put out there to the universe, that would be helpful to me and to anyone around me, because baby, it was a bit much. It was a bit much because I spent a lot of time of hiding the truth, or hiding the lie, because I didn't know what the truth was. So I was hiding his lies, but I didn't know if I was hiding them to protect him or protect our marriage or to protect me. Mm-hmm. So I just needed to do something. My sister, the one that's doing this interview, said I should write a book. I was like, when we talk in detail about something, I said, girl, and this, and this. She was like, what? I said, she's like, you need to write this book. And then this is how we got here. We got to this book. Her and my other sister came up with the name because I want to call him a line. Okay, we couldn't put that on the front of the book. My other sister came up with, we talked about the titles together, and they talked about the artwork together. So those two came up with the artwork, and me and Bina kind of tossed around some things with the title. But it was the long con. I was tricked for a very long time. So when you talk about a con, like in 1970s, they used to call it con. So I've been conned for 12 years. So
what was the most difficult part of writing a long con?
The truth.
Child, you better say it.
The truth was the hard part. When you go through the each, I had like several lies, like several things, like several different topics of lies that he was coming. Over 12 years, you talk to a person a long time, and then once the one truth bubbled up, another truth bubbled up, another truth bubbled up, then you was like, oh, I'm dumb. Oh, I'm stupid. Oh. Then you was like, no, I'm not, because I didn't know. If you're in a marriage, in a relationship, you want to have faith in what they're saying. And what they're saying is supposed to be who they are. So that was it. Like, who was he really? Who did I fall in love with?
Were there moments where you wanted to stop writing or you feared sharing too much?
Yes. And I think yes. Because some of that share, I had to tell about somebody else. Like, so I didn't put the person's name in it. I just kind of described who that person was to me, and then how I had to navigate that lie and how that lie exposed me too.
Right.
So that was yeah. I'm still kind of flaky on that one.
This book feels like both a release and a reclamation. How did writing it help you heal? Like, how did it help you heal, or how is it helping you to heal?
I'm still healing. I still have Band-Aids. I still got stitches. I got scar tissue.
How is it helping in that process?
Me talking about it, me putting it down. I think me recognizing each part of it, that I didn't incite that lie. Like, that was just something that's who he is, and it had nothing to do with me, and the lie wasn't my fault.
Right.
It's just who that person is. So that helped me, because I kept saying, like, I know I'm from Alabama, but baby, I ain't dumb.
Right.
You can't keep telling me. And when you are regurgitating the lie to your family member, they be like, well, what happened to, or when did? You be like, well, that's not what he said. He said. That's not me, though.
True. So it's helping you to see that what you went through wasn't your fault.
True. That's what I think. After I have to look at it, because I was like, well, that's not my lie. That's his lie.
Right.
That's I have anything to do with me. He came up with that lie that didn't even include me to be in the lie. It was just his lie. So after I realized that I wasn't mixed up in that lie, I'm not the liar. I'm not the lying person, and that lie didn't have anything to do with me. I can kind of put myself back together.
Right. On this show, we honor what's anomalous, what sets us apart. In what ways do you feel your journey and this book break the mold?
A lot, okay, because I did it. I spent a lot of time covering it up. Mm-hmm. I spent a lot of time not speaking about it. I spent a lot of time having this facade like we was good, and we taking 10-year anniversary pictures. We out to dinner. We're looking for homes. I spent a lot of time putting that together. I don't have to do that anymore. The truth is what the truth is. And me talking about it, that may save another woman without putting herself through 12 years of lies. And the lies, they vent. They make impressions. They sculpt you into this alien that you don't even know.
Right.
So if I can save a woman, because that's my first thing, black folks, a woman, and a vet. If I can do anything for another woman, I tell that woman right there, it's a brick wall. I can tell her there's a brick wall, she ain't got to run into it, and she ain't got to hurt herself, I'm going to do that. I mean, yes, the lies are what the lies are, and they lasted for a very, very long time. But however, it's another woman going through something equally or even worse, and she don't have to be afraid to tell or to step out that lie story, because that's not even her story. That's the lie story. step out of it, to start, putting herself back together and feeling better about what has happened to her. Because I'm telling you, it runs through my mind like, what? Especially when I had to write them down. Because I knew all the lies. They just floating around in my head like matter. So when I had to write them down and then had to put words to the lie.
And put them in order, like.
And put them in order.
Not the lie.
Yes, you like, oh. Especially when I would tell my sister stuff, and she ain't never say nothing. Tell my cousin stuff. They just like, well, what happened to? And I'd be like, well, liar, what happened to? Then he'd come up with another lie. I mean, you lied about something I ain't even asked you about. And if I can save a woman from, spending 12 years with a person that you did not grow with, you didn't grow from.
Right.
Let's help each other out a little bit. And I talked to my sister, which is you, and my cousins. You already know what I'm talking about, our cousins. So when we had this conversation, like, if a woman would have ever told me, if his kid's mother would have said, or his late fiance would have came from her grave and said, if she's actually dead, because I'm not really sure, that he's a liar.
Right.
Like, girl, you don't know what you talking about. He's out. He's phenomenal. He's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But at least she tried.
Right.
Right? So if I can do this, at least I tried to help you.
How has this experience shifted your definitions of love, partnership, or even self-trust?
I'm in my season of distrust. I trust no woman, no man. My dog that I paid all that money for, he's not doing what I say. I don't trust nobody.
Don't do Emperor like that, man.
Emperors be doing too much. I trust my sister because she don't lie to me. I trust my family members because they won't lie to me because they family. But people outside of that, I'm not banging with you like that. And maybe some family members, I don't bang with them like that either. So I'm in my season of distrust. I'm not interested in a relationship because I don't trust nothing that you say.
Mm-hmm.
So the relationship ain't where my head's at. Soon they find that you separate or you get a divorce. Are you dating? Hell no, I ain't dating. Because I don't care about what your favorite color is, what you like to eat, your music. I don't care. Because you may lie about it.
Right.
And if I ever find out, I don't like when my grandbabies be lying about snacks and other stuff they be doing. I'm on it. Don't lie to me. I cannot stand a liar. And I thought that second baby daddy was a liar. No. This one here is king liar. Supreme liar. Liar. So no, I'm not ready to date. I'm not in that frame of mindset. I'm almost 60 years old, and I don't care. No, don't care. I can hang out with my girlfriends. I can hang out with my sisters and my sorors, my family members. I'm fine. And I was neglected so long for certain things. I'm good with not having it.
Right.
That's in the book too.
What do you hope Black women especially take from the long con?
Don't believe everything you hear. Pay attention to the telltale signs. They out there. I think I seen one or two. During that time. Right. And then right. And then they that don't sound right. That is very suspect. You need to pay attention to when they talk about women's intuition. I need you to pay attention. Yeah. Don't cloud that thing up because you lonely. Don't cloud that thing up because you horny. Don't cloud that thing up. Pay attention. Right. It's talking to you.
We had a spirit of discernment for a reason.
There you go. For a reason. But I'm in my season of mistrust. I'm good.
What would you say to someone who's quietly living through a similar situation? I think you said it earlier, but let's pointedly say something to someone that's in a similar situation.
She got to live out loud for herself. You cannot keep that thing, because I'm telling you, that thing like a cancer. Oh, my gosh. You be trying to go, why I got this headache? Why I'm not sleeping? Why I'm gaining weight? Why I'm losing weight? Because you got all that mess on the inside of you. Hold somebody else's crap. That ain't even your crap. That's somebody else's stuff.
And hold them accountable for the lies that you know they're telling. Don't try to cover up the lies for them. Like,
exactly.
don't try to save face for them because they lying to you. So what you say?
Exactly. Don't, but like you said, don't keep it. It ain't yours to be kept.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I said the other day, a lot of things that we carry aren't ours to hold. Yeah.
Say it again because I liked it. I was trying to write it down.
It's on my page. I don't know.
Okay.
If the Long Con had a soundtrack, what's one song that must be on it?
Ooh. Any right now I can't think because I'm old. So and it would be something in the 80s or the 90s, and then we'll have something with Liar in the soundtrack. I'm gonna have to think on that.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to
What's
think on that.
what's a personal mantra that got you through those hard moments?
I didn't. It just didn't. Nothing. Okay, I didn't have anything to hold on to get me through it. What I did, what I did was I kept thinking he was gonna come through. Like I kept thinking, if he come through this, if he finally come through it, then he is the man I think he is. Mm-hmm. Maybe this is just one of his, everybody got a little quirks, but not no lies like that. But I kept thinking if he get over this one thing, if he can just do this one thing, then everything else was like, oh, okay, we're good.
Right.
But
like if one thing that he say is the truth, if one of the truth that's come through, I'll let all that other shit you said go. Like let one thing be true.
In my head, I said, if he could just do this one thing, then we're gonna be all right. Everything else is gonna be okay. Maybe that's just because I remember one time I said, why did you? When I did start confronting about the lies, and I would say to him, I said, well, why did you lie? You know what he would say? He never gave me an answer. He never gave me an answer. And if I pushed it, he would flip it, the incident or the problem or the issue, back on me.
Oh, he a narcissist. Not only is he a narcissist.
Yeah, he would flip it back. Well, you didn't do, well, you said, and what are you talking about? What they got to do with this? Yeah.
If 20-year-old Tonya could read this book, what do you think she'd say?
She's stupid as hell. How would I been left that motherfucker? That's what she would have said. She would have said, I was telling this thing ain't there. That was stupid.
Oh.
She would not have went for that. Because as you get older, you start thinking, oh, okay, well, I'm older now. I think when I met him, I wasn't 40 yet. I was about to turn 40. And I said, well, this is the last, because I have been married twice. Once to a beater and the other one to an alcoholic. So this one is a liar. I'm just getting them all. So anyway, I said, you start making concessions. You're like, okay, well, it's all right because I'm older. I'm chilling. I'm falling back into I'm chilling stage. My expectations ain't here no more. They're here. So I wasn't high with what I wanted. I was content with what I got. So maybe that's, you start thinking like that.
Is there anything else that you want to talk about the book or say in reference to the book before we close out?
I want to use it as a self-help book. So even though I'm telling you each lie and what the response was to the lie and how we got into that particular lie, your lie may not match my lie, right? But it can be very similar to the bullshit. So if you can use that as a self-help book, what to do, what not to do, how long not to stay. I stayed for 12 years.
Right.
12 years I stayed in a lie. Like it literally started from day one after the wedding. After we came back from Granddaddy's funeral when Granddaddy died. That was it. He never went to Alabama. He never visited family, never family reunion, never one family reunion that I paid for, one family reunion. We were together 12 years.
That's when we went to Myrtle
That was
Beach.
one time. Yep. So I want you to use it as self-book. I want you to see these things do happen to smart folks, and what rabbit hole not to go down. Because once you start digging and it's the most stuff down there.
Yeah.
So that's what I think I want it to be seen and heard and known as even though it tells a story, it also can help. It's a self-help book.
Right.
It's gonna help me because when you told me to write it, and you was like put the lies in sequence, and then I was like, I was like, ooh,
lies on top of lies on top of lies, like they
on top of lies, right? It kind of builds like a mansion of lies.
Right.
Ooh. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Wait a minute now.
That title too, a mansion of lies. Yeah.
Okay. Good Lord. You're right.
Tonya, thank you for sharing your heart with us. Y'all, please support this powerful work. The Long Con is available at prosandink.com. That is my publishing company.
Yes, it is.
We work together, you know. Okay. And if this conversation touched you, share this episode, tag us, and keep the dialogue going. Until next time, stay anomalous, stay authentic, stay free. You can catch us on all podcast channels, Anomalous Black Women. You can catch us on Instagram, Anomalous Black Women, and you can catch us on YouTube, Anomalous Black Women Podcast. So catch us on your favorite podcast channel. Repost this episode. Tag your friend that you know with a liar. Let her know that it's time to book it. And we'll catch y'all next time.